In a remote corner of the African bush, time stands still. No cities. No skyscrapers. No social media. And here, women walk proudly, topless, with no shame, no judgment, and no need to explain. What if I told you, in this hidden world, being topless isn't provocative, it's powerful. It's not about seduction. It's not about rebellion. It's about tradition, a way of life passed down through generations, untouched by the so-called modern world. Today, we step inside a tribe where toplessness isn't just normal, it's sacred. But before you rush to judgment, ask yourself, are they the exposed ones? Or are we the ones hiding from our own truth? Because what you're about to discover may just flip your entire worldview upside down. The setting and daily life. Welcome to northern Namibia, land of red sands, and the sky, and the proud Himba people. The Himba live far from the concrete jungle. Their villages are made of clay and cow dung. Children chase goats through dust. Women sit in circles, weaving baskets, laughing, painting each other's bodies with ochre, a deep red pigment mixed with fat. No bras. No blouses. Just beauty, raw, bold, and unapologetic. Toplessness here isn't strange. It's the air they breathe. Little girls see their mothers and aunties bare-chested and adorned with beads. It's normal. Natural. Clothing isn't about covering, it's about storytelling. Each necklace, bracelet, or anklet has meaning, age, status, motherhood. This is life before shame. Life before judgment. Life before Photoshop. And yet, as peaceful as it seems, trouble isn't far. What topless actually means here. In the Himba culture, being topless isn't about being sexy. It's about being seen. Being proud. Being a woman. Young Himba girls grow into womanhood through body paint, not bras. As they mature, they learn the art of using a djize, a red paste made of ochre and butterfat, to cover their skin and hair. This isn't vanity. It's protection. The ochre shields them from the sun and symbolizes life. And their exposed bodies? They're not judged. They're respected. In a society without magazines, porn, or social media, the human body is just human. But not everyone understands that. When outsiders arrive, tourists with cameras, missionaries with sermons, they often bring shame. They whisper, they stare, they cover their own bodies as if to say, "You should too." But the Himba women smile. They don't apologize. They don't explain. They just keep living. Because here, topless doesn't mean exposed. It means whole. Outsider influence and culture clash. But the world is changing, even in the bush. Tourists now pour in, snapping photos of topless women as if they're zoo animals. Some offer money. Some offer clothes. Some come with well-meaning gifts. T-shirts, bras, Western values. It's often the missionaries who clash the most. Preachers arrive, horrified at what they see. They call it sinful. They call it shameful. They speak of Eve, of temptation, of modesty. But who decides what's modest? In one story, a missionary offered a Himba woman a blouse. She smiled and accepted it, out of politeness. But within an hour, she had taken it off. Not out of defiance, but discomfort. It itched. It restricted. It wasn't her. Culture clash isn't always violent. Sometimes it's silent, a quiet erosion of pride, masked as help. But some Himba elders are speaking out. "We are not naked. We are decorated." That quote says it all. Sacred rituals, body paint, and female power. The ochre paint worn by Himba women isn't fashion. It's a statement. It means maturity. It means fertility. It connects them to their ancestors. During rituals, women dance in circles, breasts moving freely, covered in glowing red ochre and sacred ash. It's not erotic. It's spiritual. Elders chant. Drums echo through the night. Girls become women not through makeup, but through fire, dance, and endurance. They paint their hair into thick braids using mud and butterfat. These styles signal if a woman is single, married, or has children. Their bodies are art, mobile stories that speak to anyone who understands. This is not about being sexy. This is about being seen, being proud, being powerful. Love, sex, and relationships in tribal life. Let's talk about intimacy. Not the kind you see in movies, but tribal love. In Himba culture, love and sex aren't taboo. They're natural. Women have the right to choose their partners. In some families, there's even a tradition of visiting husbands, men who stay with a woman but don't control her. Marriage exists, but it's flexible. There's trust, understanding, and community. One elder said, "Sex is not private shame. It is private respect." There are no public displays of affection. No kissing in the streets. But behind closed huts, love happens. Just like anywhere else. The difference? There's no guilt. And yet, the pressure is growing. Young girls see phones now. They see Instagram, music videos, porn. Suddenly, their world is being compared to others. Some begin to ask, should we cover up? That's the real danger, not nudity but doubt. The future of topless traditions. Today, the future is uncertain. Some young Himba women leave for the city, seeking jobs, schools, or even just curiosity. And when they return, they bring back t-shirts, selfies, and questions. Will the topless tradition survive? Or will it be swallowed by the modern world? Some say yes, others say no. But the elders are fighting back, not with weapons, but with stories. They remind the youth, your body is not shameful. Your tradition is not old-fashioned. It is alive. Workshops are being held. Young girls are being taught the sacred meanings behind their customs. They are learning that covering up isn't wrong, but neither is being bare. It's about choice and pride. And as long as that pride burns in the hearts of the women, the topless tradition will live on. In many indigenous African tribes, such as the Himba of Namibia or the Surma of Ethiopia, traditional dress, often minimal by Western standards, is rooted in climate, heritage, and spiritual meaning. These women are not topless in a provocative or sexualized sense. Instead, what they wear, or don't wear, is part of a cultural identity that predates modern clothing by centuries. Rather than using fabric, they decorate their bodies with intricate jewelry, natural paints, and handmade ornaments. These adornments tell stories about age, marital status, beauty ideals, and social roles within the tribe. For instance, the red ochre paste worn by Himba women is more than skin care. It's a sacred tradition passed from mother to daughter. Life for these women is community-driven. They manage households, raise children, and take part in decisions about land and family. Their roles are vital, and often underappreciated from the outside. Far from being primitive, their knowledge of survival, herbal medicine, and cultural preservation is deep and refined. Beyond their appearance, it's their skills and resilience that define these women. They are expert farmers, gatherers, artisans, and healers. Despite modernization reaching nearby towns, many of these communities choose to maintain their traditions, not out of resistance to progress, but out of pride in their way of life. Young girls are taught from an early age how to manage livestock, harvest crops, and participate in seasonal ceremonies. Each rite of passage, from childhood to motherhood, is marked with rituals that strengthen their connection to family and community. While outsiders might focus on how different their dress seems, what's truly remarkable is how these women carry centuries of cultural knowledge, passed on without written language, through memory, song, and ritual. In these communities, tradition isn't static. It's alive, evolving slowly, guided by the wisdom of women who remain at the heart of tribal life. So now, after seeing all this, what do you think? Do you still see topless girls? Or do you see warriors? Do you still see nudity? Or do you see culture, power, freedom? This isn't about shock. It's about understanding, respect. Because maybe, just maybe, they're not the exposed ones. Maybe we are. If this opened your eyes, hit the like button. Share this with someone who thinks differently. And don't forget to subscribe, because the real world is out there, waiting to be understood. Join us every week for more untold stories, tribal truths, and raw beauty, without filters. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and stay open.